to have an ad too.
Oh, yep. Comes the ad.
This is QA, right? I know. Older.
I'm not even sure what this is an ad for. Apparently it's a phone ad. You guys are probably getting something different.
Google Pixel. Pixel 3.
So yes, absolutely, we expect to have troll rooms in there. And I'm wondering it's happening when he's entering the dungeon is when we get kicked.
Yeah, we'll
I'm wondering if that's, we need to go and throttle the CPU usage because the nav mesh generation stuff we have does use all available threads and runs in the background. So it may just be starving our stream. We have to go and put a throttle on that to make sure it does everything.
I want a Goonies ABC puzzle unlock. Player created dungeons. You set the tune and then it's
Yeah.
comes in.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, totally.
And those are all the type things we're working on getting in for,
Yeah.
Adding interactive elements for.
Mode. I don't remember which one. Titans mode.
Oh, you meant Goonies the movie. I thought you were talking about something a player did because we have a player named.
Oh no. Yeah.
But yeah, so again, trolls, we will definitely have troll rooms. We'll have, any interesting room you've seen in the game is kind of the goal, is making sure to add those in. Just now when we're about to start crafting some new maps, we're planning on looking into, like, every time we craft a room, think about the dungeon room version of this and
I
does
like
it work.
the bottom of the rise. The spookier places and the big bones and the dragons.
Short vision.
Yeah.
Short visibility. Yeah, I keep saying I'm going to put like the rise chamber in there as a starting point or as a foyer. Only problem I have with the rise right now is it doesn't have a good way to get up and down. I need to get some way to get up and down. Ettins. Well, if you get two giants or two trolls to stand right next to each other, they do kind of look like Ettins. But no, we don't currently have Ettins in the game.
Or if they stand next to a Tesla tower long enough.
Yep. And the demon room in Catacombs is another one. And again, one of the things that I think is cool about this, let me stop talking to the Twitch stream chat and talk to the camera. One of the things I think is cool about this is, again, one of those things that players really want is they want more ways, more resources that they can gather in game, more types of stuff. They want to have extra things come to them just for normal adventuring stuff, so they feel like that's more rewarding. We still do intend to make a bunch of changes to our loot stuff. In general, not just to have the extra blueprints drop and have these drop, but other big loot changes. But this is one that I think will go a long ways towards making just normal adventuring for everybody feel more meaningful. Because again, if you did the math for those higher tier things, like to get Lich skulls, get that up to a level 5 totem, is 100 times 4 times 4 times 4 times 4 times 4. Like 25,000 is what it takes to get to the top level skulls. So it's not something that you're going to do in an afternoon. But if you think about just a normal adventure, you go to whatever place where you're adventuring, you easily kill 100 liches in an hour or two. So I think they'll pile up pretty quick, and it's another thing that you'll be able to go and like, hey, look, that guy's selling granite. Well, that guy's selling lich skulls. So anyways, I think that'll be a good addition to the game. And also, as I mentioned, Travis is just now seeing this for the first time just because it got done pretty late and he's had his own stuff to deal with. So you can expect a lot more coolness coming out of it as Travis gets his hands on it because this is just the type of stuff I love.
Yeah, I'm excited. But this is really cool. And all
I saw someone ask about customer support on the chat stream. We actually have a new person who joined us, and also our previous customer support person, Chaox, actually was able to do some work and sit up for some amount of time, is doing some limited stuff for us. Those who didn't know, he's had back problems, but he had a major back injury. Basically, was out in every way. So he's now back helping to help unblock some things. And then we also have another person who's a CS person who just started, who's trying to get us through the backlog. They're handling pretty much everything in terms of just trying to get through all that stuff. There's also a couple of boxes I know that need to be shipped from people who just bought boxes. I'll be taking care of that, set up so I can do that. But hopefully we will get through the CS backlog pretty quick. We have a lot of training up to do. It's not a simple system for anything, and you also have to be someone very familiar with the game. So we're fortunate to find somebody who lives with one of our employees who can take over that for us, because they now have someone they can just turn to and ask if they have.
I need the other one to come, or I'm going to be stuck in here forever. All right, well, we'll look into that. We'll look into that.
Can you do that in the normal one? You get stuck behind it in the normal one? I saw you run across the room as it was closing, like you were trying to get stuck.
I was trying to. I think Dan boots you out when the wave starts. Fine.
But there's a guy who hadn't come over to you.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
I don't know. I'm gonna go try that next.
But also, again, as I mentioned, having the multiple levels and letting us set up each wave, each tier level in these things in a different way means that not only, do you have these new resources you can harvest, new things you can do, and be able to make your own dungeon, but then it's also a bit of a discovery thing, because who knows what you're on tier 3 right now, but if you get it up to a tier 4, who knows what that looks like, and that'll be a surprise to a lot of players as you guys figure out some of those things, figure out what the cool levels are for these things. But anyway, so that's kind of you're seeing a lot of what you're going to get in this release, but I'm going to try to cram in a little bit more. We'll see what else I can get in there. Just some more content, really, because the tech is actually pretty solid already.
Awesome. Well, thanks for showing us the new Dungeon Encounter feature, and thanks for joining us for another weekly live stream, and congratulations all of the prize winners. Reminder, this is the last week to be eligible for the Carnival stretch goals by making a purchase on our store, which is going to go away basically, except for crowns and episode 2 items this coming Thursday when release 63 goes live, which is on our QA server. So jump on there and test it. You'll be able to test Dungeon Encounters, the new pronged weapons, which is a new polearm type, Envy Angel, which is our new boss, and a bunch of other stuff. So please join us there. Help us get ready for release 63 going live next Thursday. 63 releases in a row.
And also a reminder that next Thursday is also when the Crown store discount, or the Crown purchase discount, is going to drink that each time. We know we already had people warn us that cut it off, it'll be chaos, so we're trying to step it down. So we'll get it there in a couple of releases, have it down to 0. Make that the new target. So.
Party Monday?
Dance party is going to be March 4th.
No, next, that's right.
Yeah, the Monday after the release. Yeah. All right. That's it. Thank you very much. See you next week.
And sorry for the connection problems, folks. We'll get that worked out for the next one. Are we ready?
Yep.
Clicking the button. Now we're going to stop streaming for real. Or we could just go into a dungeon. You want to go into a dungeon?
Yeah, just go into a dungeon. That'll stop the stream.
Stop the stream.
Yeah.
All right, folks. See ya.
All right. Bye.